Hello, 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 and welcome to Real Conversations. I hope all is well. I pray all is well. And if it is not, trust and believe that it can and it will get better. So today, I'm stopping in with this message about happiness. So many people are struggling with finding their happiness. But you have to understand that happiness comes from within. If you are looking for happiness in other people and in other things, you will live a life of misery. You will live a life of never being satisfied. You will live a life of constantly searching for something that does not exist, because your happiness cannot be found in anything and any person, because it is from within. You cannot look for people to make you feel happy, because they will disappoint you every time. Every time they say something, every time you do something or they do something, it would hurt you. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't have expectations of other people, because you can't control what other people say or what other people do. You only have control over you. Happiness can mean so many different things. It's a feeling. You can't describe happiness. And this is why, you might buy a new car, and after a month, you're like, but for that first month, you're cleaning it. You're making sure it's shiny. The wheels is clean. The interior is clean. You might be obsessed with it. And then after a while, it's like, okay. The winter comes, it looks a little dirty, dreary, and like, all right. Then springtime come, now you want to shine it up. You want to, that's just how life is. We always are looking for things to make us happy in the moment. And this is why people struggle. Rather than being content with what they have at the moment and where they are in their life, you have to be content. But there's always room for growth. There's always room to grow. But the question is, what are you doing to foster that growth? What are you doing to put you in position to get to where you have to go? Because if you're always moving the goal line, you're constantly going to be searching and looking for something that does not exist. Because, okay, yeah, you accomplish this, and then you're like, I'm still not happy. Then you're constantly looking for things to fill this void, when you are the only person that can fulfill that happiness. What brings you joy? What brings you happiness? What brings you fulfillment? What brings you in alignment with your true self? I have different days. Today I might want to just, read. The next day I might want to, sit outside and in the grass and meditate. I try to, sometimes you want to paint. Sometimes you listen to music. You go according to your moods. But if you are constantly looking for people to validate you, to make you feel special, to make you feel whole, to make you feel happy, you're always going to be disappointed, because no one will ever live up to that expectation. And here's the thing, you can't expect them to, because everybody has an issue. Nobody is perfect. Every one person is flawed. You may look at somebody and you think, oh, she's beautiful. She has it all together. She's tall. She's beautiful skin, beautiful hair, beautiful nails. And she can go home and be anorexic or bulimic or fighting some type of addiction or fighting some type of mental illness or just struggling with something. She may have self-esteem issues. She may be in an abusive relationship, or she may have toxic family members. You can't look at someone and fully understand who they are and what they're going through. This is why I always say I don't get impressed by other people and how they look and what they have. They're human just like I am. Yeah, I wish I was a little taller. Yeah, I wish I had some longer hair or whatever. We all have things that we wish were different. My nose is a little big, my lips are a little big, but I learned to love who I am. I learned to embrace every inch of me from the top of my head to the bottom of my feet. I embrace and I love every part of me because this is who God made me. There's no other me walking this earth. What greater gift is that? It's all about how you see yourself, how you speak to yourself. It's all about how you just overall feel about. That brings happiness. Knowing that there's nobody else on this earth walking around but me. This is it. You only get one me. So why not embrace it? Why not love who you are? Why not love who you see in the mirror? Because if you wait for people to validate who you are and to make you feel special and to make you feel beautiful and to make you feel worthy, when God already created you to be worthy, you will always be disappointed. You'll always be hurt. You'll always feel less than. You'll always feel like something is missing or something is wrong with you. Because everybody was like, oh, well, she ain't that pretty or she ain't that. That's the superficial. What's on the inside? What is that person's heart like? What is that person's mind like? How they treat people. Because you could be a beautiful person and be ugly as hell. And I've seen it. You ever meet somebody who, they look and then they open up their mouth and you're like, oh my God. What in the world? And they just totally crushed your whole perception of who they are. This is why I don't get impressed at all. I don't feel intimidated. I don't feel threatened. I love me because I know who I am. I know all the things that I embody. I know who I am and what I am. And I know what I bring to the people that is around me. That's my happiness. That's my joy because I walk with the light that God has given me. I walk with the mindset that there's nobody else walking this earth. Do you know how many people are walking this earth? And there's only one me. There's only one you. Now, people may have similar personalities. They may have similar traits, but there's only one you. What a gift. What a blessing. Just to know that there's nothing else on this earth that's like me. And this is why it's very important to understand that everyone should not have access to you. Everything ain't for everybody. Everything ain't everybody's cup of tea or however you want to put it. But true happiness and true joy comes from within. You can't seek that from this world because this world is filled with broken people. hurt people. So do you think that a hurt person is going to validate you and make you feel special when they probably don't even feel special and love themselves? Do you think a broken person is going to encourage you and uplift you and inspire you and try to make you be the best you that you can be when they are broken? This is why it's very important to surround yourself with certain people and certain mindsets and certain attitudes. And it's very important to protect your energy, protect your space. I'm very intentional about my day, about who I talk to, what I'm speaking, what I'm listening to, what I'm watching, what messages are being conveyed to me. And I'm very intentional about my day. I don't have time to sit and gossip and talk about who did what and why this person didn't do that and why. I don't entertain that stuff. I try to keep my spirit light. I try to keep my energy right. I try to walk in this light because I know the gift that I am, and I know that at any given moment I have to speak to someone or I'm praying, and I have to make sure that I'm always in alignment with that, and anything that doesn't serve the purpose of my joy and that's going to rob me of my joy, my happiness, and my peace, I let it go. Am I perfect? No. At times, yes. The mind wanders. And yes, at times, you start to think negative thoughts, and then you say, that's the devil. That's the evilness, and that's the wickedness, and that's the old me. And I worked very hard to get to this place, and I'm not going to go back to the old me. This is how you got to talk to yourself. You have to go inward, not outward. And this is the big mistake that a lot of people make. You're so busy looking at outward and focusing on all the things that is going on and other people and what they're doing and how they're doing it. And what's for you is for you. You have to look inward. Take some time to do some introspection. Take some time to figure out your emotions and why you're feeling the way you're feeling. What is making you feel inadequate? What is making you feel like you're not happy? What is making you feel like you're not full of joy? What is making you feel like you're not enough? What is making you feel like you are less than the person that's standing in front of you or next to you or sitting behind you? What makes you feel this way? This is very important. It's not an easy thing, but what you project out into the world, what you project out into the universe is what comes back. If your self-esteem is low, trust me, a predator, a manipulator, a liar, a cheater, a scammer, they can pick up on that. And they'll suck you right into that energy. That's why they say misery loves company. But if you're a happy person, do you ever be around, like, think about it. You're ever around a happy person and you're like, what the hell? Why are they always so happy? Because, I used to be one of those people. I'm like, this person is always happy. Like, why? Like, what did you have for breakfast? What are you doing that you're always just so happy? And a few of those people, when you really talk to them, it's the joy that's inside of them. Not everybody can have that. Not everybody can get to that point in their life. Not everybody even can feel that. But when you do, and when you can, it makes all the difference. So stop looking at other people and other things to make you feel happy. Sit with yourself. Pray. Meditate. Ground yourself. Listen to some meditation music. Try to set your atmosphere right. I like things to smell good. You may burn a candle, or you may just sit with yourself and just find out and say, what makes me happy? What makes me motivated? What do I need to do to get me to that place? What do I need to, and mind you, you have to find healthy ways. And that's key. Healthy ways. Not find destructive ways or destructive things to help you cope, because it's a difference. Coping just kind of like sugarcoats the and just kind of like just put the, covering on something, but you're not really getting to the root of it. You want to get to the root of it. And sometimes that means you have to eliminate some people. You have to change some attitudes. You have to change some behaviors. Sometimes you may even have to change your environment. But you have to be willing to do the work. You have to be willing to work and focus on you, because everything is within you. That's it. That's the key to happiness. You. You are the only thing that's getting in the way of your happiness. You are the only thing that's getting in the way of your joy. You are the only thing that's getting in the way of your fulfillment. God has created a path for you. He's just waiting for you to figure it out. He's probably giving you signs. He's probably spoken to you. But because you are not building a relationship with him, because you're not being still, because you're not able to hear his voice and allowing him to guide you and to put you on the right path, because you're so focused on all the things that's going on around you, when God is just telling you, be still. Be still. And listen to the voice that's within you. But what is that voice speaking? What is that voice telling you? Is it telling you things for your highest good? Is it telling you things for your to reach your full potential? Or are you speaking negative to yourself? Are you speaking the negative self-talk, the negative self-doubt? What are you speaking to yourself? Because you can't say that you want to be happy, but you constantly thinking negative. You can't say that you want joy if you're constantly doing things that don't bring you joy. You are the key. You are the person holding you back. You are the key to unlock that door. You just got to keep putting your key and checking the doors and making sure you hit the right one. But you are the key to your own happiness. No one is ever going to create that happiness for you. So stop looking for outside factors, people, places, and things to make you happy, because those things don't exist. You have to create your own happiness. You have to create your own joy. I have a rule in my house. And when I moved here, I was very intentional. And I had to tell my kids, I said, listen, yes, we went through some, a lot of drama and a lot of chaos. And we went through a lot in the past. And I get it. And I'm not expecting it to happen overnight. However, this house is a new house. This house is new joys. This house is new journeys. This house is new opportunities. This house is filled with love. And that's how I want my house to feel every time you walk in the door and every time you leave out the door. So that way, when you're out in the world, you can't wait to get back home because your home is filled with love, with happiness, with joy, with peace. Those things are priceless. But if you don't create that atmosphere, if you don't create that environment, it will not exist. But it all starts with self. It all starts with you. When this world, and this is a cruel, cruel world, you can't control what happens outside, but you can damn control what happens on the inside. What are you doing to create happiness on the inside? That is the question. Have a blessed day.